to TotalMD version 2011 tip of the week. Today we're going to be talking about backing up our data, which is a very important thing in case something ever happens crazy. There's fires in the office, somebody steals something, whatever it happens to be. Hopefully those things don't ever happen, but always it's better to be safe than sorry. So the first thing you need to know is that if you're using TotalMD Online or TotalMD ASP, you don't need to back up your data because it's being done for you automatically by us every day. So, but for those of you that aren't, it's very important that you have some sort of backup solution. Now, we're going to go into a little bit more detail about how you do it through TotalMD, but also know that there's options outside of TotalMD. You can use online programs like Carbonite or Mozy or different things like that where they'll be done automatically. Those programs have online options where you can back them up to online programs, but there's a lot of options out there. Which option you decide to do is completely up to you. Just do something that you're comfortable with, because ultimately, you need to be comfortable with the decision in case something ever happens. But make sure that you have something you're comfortable with and that you're doing it on a very regular basis, preferably every day. Now, to do the backup inside TotalMD, we simply go up to File, go down to Backup Practice Files. Now, if we've never used this part of the program before, then the information in the destination and the file name will be blank, as well as the description. So once we put that information in, it's going to default to that information for the future. So if we have a USB drive or something like that, or maybe we have a drive on a different computer or whatever it may be that we're going to constantly making our backup to, then once we do it the first time, it's going to show up there automatically. So then the only things that we're probably going to do is change the file name. Now, everybody has a different way of doing their backups, but what I think is important is that you have multiple backups, that you're not always overwriting the same backup over and over so that there's only one backup file. Just in case something happens where you realize, maybe for example, that there is a corrupt data file today, and you don't know when that data file exactly happened, but it probably happened today if we're just noticing it. Well, if we back up our data, if our only backup is from last night, what if by chance that data was corrupted then as well? Well, then we could go back to the previous day if we have that as well. So some people will do, every day of the week a separate one. So a Monday backup, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So they can go back up to a week. I have mine set up so that I actually do it for a month. So every day, has its own backup for an entire month. So it's just a little bit more of a safer way to go about it. But the important thing is that, number one, you're doing this on a regular basis and that you have more than one backup, that you're not always overwriting the same backup file. So once we have this done, we're going to say that, hey, this is day 3 of the week because yesterday was day 2. Then I just go ahead and click on backup, and I have my D drive set up specifically for backups. Now, I wouldn't normally have a different drive, but maybe a USB drive or something like that. And just as quick as I just did that, it did the backup. Larger practices, of course, are going to take a little bit longer, but not too bad. And so once we've done that, if we ever need to restore our data, we just go to File and Restore, find where it is, and in this case, we're just going to scroll down until we find our backups there, and we would just find the data that we want, double click on it, open it. It'll say, are we sure we want to do that? Absolutely. And then automatically it's going to do it and back up or restore our data there for us. So we're back to a good place where we want to be, and we're glad we did our backup. Thanks for joining us on today's Tip of the Week. We hope you'll join us again next time.